Mr. President, we're at, I think, 11:30. We're going to be voting on the WRDA bill, and we talked for the last 2 weeks extensively about this and the benefits that it has, and I want to applaud my Senate colleagues for advancing the WRDA bill to the floor to get to this point. We've all have a lot to be proud of in the bipartisan passage of another critical infrastructure bill, and we're kind of on a roll, really, when you stop and think about our FAST Act and our chemical bill. We have a lot of things we've been doing on there, and we're authorizing 30 Chiefs reports, that's Corps of Engineers Chiefs reports, that recommend the construction of new projects with significant economic benefits. The navigation projects in the bill will modernize our nation's ports and make our waterways safe and reliable. This Panamax, do you have that? Yeah, the Panamax chart shows that we have a problem in this country in some of our ports, because as the Panama Canal has expanded and we have this Panamax, which means the top shows the capacity, the new capacity, and then the old capacity, we have to do something to help our various ports. If you take the port of Charleston, it has a 45-foot depth. That's fine for the old ships, but for the new ones, it's not. And the alternative to that is to take the ships in to the Caribbean, change them, offload some things, and that's a great deal of expense. It's not necessary. We deal with flood control projects in this bill. If you look at this chart, look at the picture here, we must provide the necessary level of protection to our communities before another unfortunate disaster occurs, like the one you're looking at in Louisiana here. And WRDA, of course, helps do that. The environmental projects in the bill will also help our nation's critical ecosystems, including water off the coast of Florida that is experiencing the algae blooms that are disrupting the economy. And of course, the occupier of the chairs was personally responsible for that. It's important to note that this bill does a lot more than authorize new projects. WRDA 2016 includes substantive reforms to the Army Corps policy so that local sponsors will be empowered to participate in the funding. This is a big deal, because you would think that we shouldn't have to pass a law to accommodate those individuals who want to pay for things that otherwise government's going to have to pay for. But we changed the law, and so it establishes it also established a FEMA assistance program to help states rehabilitate the unsafe dams. There are 14,726 that have been identified. They're called high hazard potential dams located all around the country. And you can see, we don't have that? Yeah, there they are, that around the country. And when you use the term high hazard potential, that term means that if a dam breaks or if a levee breaks, it will take American lives. It'll cost lives. And then we've got 14,000 of these scattered around the country. The WRDA bill also provides reforms and assistance that will help communities address clean water and safe drinking water, infrastructure mandates, and help address aging infrastructure like this broken water main in Philadelphia. As you can see, that's not just in the larger, older parts of America, but also this is one where we have problems in the newer sections and the less populated areas, such as my state of Oklahoma. WRDA also supports innovative approaches to address drought and water supply issues, which is particularly a problem out west in my state. Finally, in addition to supporting infrastructure, there are and therefore the economy, WRDA carries 4 significant policy priorities. One, it addresses the affordability of Clean Water Act mandates. These are the unfunded mandates. We've been living with these. When I had the honor to be mayor of the city of Tulsa, our biggest problem was unfunded mandates. And now out in our area, we have a real serious problem in our smaller communities. So it does address that. It addresses EPA's coal ash rule. The coal ash rule is something that has been batted around for a long time. There are a lot of diverse thoughts on it. We came to a compromise on this, and it's something that is going to be, will allow us to use the value of the coal ash in building roads and also take care of the disposal problem. WRDA 16 includes exemptions from the SPCC rule for farmers. And Senator Fisher has championed this issue, and I've been with her all the way on this. And the WRDA bill will exempt all animal feed tanks and up to 2 tanks on separate parcels to allow farmers to refuel their equipment out in the field without being subjected to the onerous regulations. She's done a really great job. And finally, the WRDA bill includes Gold King mine legislation that will guarantee EPA will reimburse states, local governments, and the tribes for the cost they incur cleaning up the mess that EPA made. So we're one step closer to getting back onto track with passing the WRDA bill every 2 years. You know, we went 7 years from 2007 to 2010 to 2017 without doing a WRDA bill. And we're back on a 2-year schedule now. We want to stay that way. Senator Boxer and I have talked about this, and we've worked together to make sure that this does get done. We've also talked to the Chairman Schuster in the House to make sure this gets done. And Chairman Upton, when I was elected way back many years ago. He's very much feels very strongly about the relief that Flint has in the drinking water emergencies. So we look forward to making these good things. And I have to say, and I'll talk a little bit more about this later after we vote on the bill, that I want to thank not just Senator Boxer I've chaired the committee, she's been the ranking member, and then when Democrats were in charge, she was the chairman, I was the ranking member. All the way through this, we were able to do what we're supposed to do here, and that is infrastructure. So I do want to applaud Senator Boxer. I want to share my time before our vote with her. Maybe we can visit a little bit more about the benefits of this and look forward to thanking the rest of the people afterwards. With that, I'll yield the floor.